This is my basement apartment. I've been here since March and I have 1 week left. This right here, this wall is where I filmed that video that almost 1 million people have seen now, the benefits of not ejaculating for 30 days. This whiteboard back here is the one I used. It's also the one I used to make the How to Stop Wet Dreams video. And in this video right now, I want to share with you a little bit about my life. So this is a personal check-in to share some of the things that I've been going through and what my plans are for the future for this channel and for my courses and for what you can expect and why things have been the way that they've been. So, I'm moving in a week, and this year did not go as I had planned. This year didn't go as anybody had planned, but if you've been following me for a while, you will know that I was in Thailand for January and February doing a co-working thing with a bunch of sex educators from around the world. That's where I created the Semen Retention Mastery course and the 7-day Semen Retention Free thing. And then in March, I went to Guatemala to do ISTA Level 1 and 2. And ISTA is the International School of Temple Arts. That was awesome. And then for the rest of the year, I had plans to go all over the world and do all sorts of things. I was going to spend a month in Amsterdam with Mind Valley, and Mind Valley is this big online education platform. And they were going to have this whole 3-week-long convergence of people from around the world, business creators and educators and influencers and all that stuff. I was going to go live there for a while, and then I was going to go do a whole other tantra training and another teacher training and all kinds of stuff. And then of course COVID hit, and that that brought all my plans to a screeching halt. And then I got a US Embassy rescue flight back to the States from Guatemala because all the borders were shut down. So I ended up here in this apartment, and this has been a blessing for me, honestly. This is the basement apartment of a friend's house, and she just happened to have it open. And I've been really grateful for this space. And I'm also really excited to move because this space is far outside of Asheville, and I'm going to be moving into my own apartment in downtown Asheville. And I haven't lived by myself in about 10 years, so I'm really excited about that for my own life, but also, for my own personal life, and also because it's going to help me focus more on creating these videos and creating the courses that I want to create, and blog posts and all this stuff. And if you've been following me, you've noticed that there have been times when I've been creating a lot of content, and then it sort of fades for a while. And then it comes back and a lot of content, and then it fades for a while. And then maybe I'll run a course and then I'll go silent. And then I'll be on top of my emails, and then I will not respond as quickly for a while. And that's because this year has been a lot. Up until last year, I was a full-time self-employed photographer and filmmaker. I worked in the business world. I had all sorts of commercial clients like Facebook and Google and Nvidia, and the list of big tech companies goes on, and hospitals and that sort of thing. That's why I have this camera. That's why I have my other cameras and all the know-how how to make these videos. And this year this is the first time I've attempted to go full-time at sex education and coaching, and it's been fucking awesome, and I'm so grateful for it, and it fuels me so much more than photography ever did. And this whole year, I've also been sort of undoing my past life as a photographer, and sometimes that has taken a lot of effort and a lot of energy. So for example, for years, I've had a photo studio space in Asheville that I managed, and this year, I got all my stuff out of there, and I passed on the lease to somebody else, and that was a huge task. That took a lot of my time and energy. Also, I completely moved out of another house of mine. I downsized a lot of stuff, and I've just had, I've been closing up that business and merging my focus more towards this one, and that's taken a surprisingly larger amount of energy than I thought it would. I didn't know, this is not something I've done before, and yeah, it's been a journey, and I'm really grateful for it to be sitting here with you right now, doing this full time, and actually now when I move into this new apartment, there's going to be nothing else that I knock on wood, nothing else from my past life that I'm going to need to stop doing. You'll see around me this art, this mandala down here. this red rose yoni on the wall, this other mandala over here. A whole other thing that I have been doing for years too that you might not know about that's taken up a lot of my time is creating art. I have created mandalas out of photographs of nature, and I've had them in galleries all over the place, and I've sold them to people all over the United States and some different countries, and that's been like a whole other third domain of my life, and I've been closing that up too. So I've auctioned these pieces off to people in Asheville, and tomorrow I'm going to go deliver them to people and ship some off to different people in the States, and that's closing that part of my life too. So I'm segmenting and saying no and goodbye to all these pieces of my life that were really important to me, so I can create more room for making videos like these and creating courses that I want to create, and so I don't have to have any more interruptions for managing a photo studio or an online order for a bunch of mandalas from a designer in 3 hours east of here and stuff like that just takes my energy. And it's really exciting for me because there's a number of things I want to do for you and for guys around the world. One of those things that I'm working on right now is a course for couples, and I have it under the working title of the Ecstatic Lovers Course, and I think I'm going to keep going with that. It's awesome, man. It's really sweet. It's going to be a fully guided date for you and your lover to go through together to experience one of the most incredible things I've ever learned in the world of sex. Like, incredible stuff. So I've filmed half of it with a couple, and you're going to be able to watch them go through all the exercises and then be guided through the exercises yourself. And yeah, I'm stoked. I'm really stoked about that. And another thing that I've been talking about, that I've been filming for behind the scenes a little bit, is a course all around anal pleasure, anal sex, primarily for straight men. And I've been filming little private vlogs about my own experiences with anal that I'm going to put into a section of that course called the Anal Log, Anal Diaries. Maybe not Anal Diaries because that sounds too close to something else, but it's going to be a whole section in there of my own personal experiences, and I'm really stoked about that. Another project I'm working on is, do I want to share this? Yeah, why not? I'm working on another project around threesomes and how to help you have amazing threesomes, and how to do everything from setting your relationship up in a way that will be conducive of that, to finding a person for a threesome, to actually what do you do when you're in the room or on the first date with this person? How do you break the ice? How do you make the transitions into these different experiences? And this is something I'm exploring in my life right now, and I'm making journal entries and vlogs that are going to be a little private section of that course too, and that's probably going to be next year, 2021 at some point. But super stoked about all those things, and then all the YouTube video requests that you've wanted me to do. And so yeah, I know this video is going on for a while, but I just wanted to connect and be real and share, like, this is my life, this is what I've been doing, this is why sometimes I've been really present and then other times I've been sort of absent. It's because I've been having to wrap up all these loose ends of my previous life, and it's been a task, but I'm really fucking excited to just dive full in to this work. Yeah. So, thanks for watching this video. I'm really grateful to be sitting here connecting with you right now, and I feel like there's some sort of portal through this camera into your phone or into your computer, wherever you are in the world, and it's wild. It's fucking wild sensation, Thanks for being here. If you have any, I don't know, you know the deal at the end of YouTube videos, comments, all that shit. I just wanted to be real. I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world, brother. And when I move, I'm going to be moving on the 1st, and I'm preparing for the move right now. After that, I'm going to be consistent, just putting stuff out there, and I'm super stoked for that. So, until then, I hope you have a beautiful life, and I will see you on the other side. Cheers.